Hey there, cowpokes, hope you're doing just fine, hope your day is going well and in general you're staying healthy. I have a story time. I'd say it happened not a very long time ago, just when I turned 18. It is about me driving while under the influence of alcohol. That sounds too formal, to say the least. I was still drunk when I was taking my driving exam. I think this one is a pretty crazy one you and I could enjoy, and let's get into it. So, this story takes place about 2 years ago, when I have just turned 18 and was throwing a little party at my house, nothing too special. So I organized the whole thing, invite a few of my buddies to celebrate things. Also my parents were out of town, so I had the whole place for myself. Throughout the evening more and more people started gathering in my house, my relatives and friends of my friends. Yeah, so at about midnight it was a full blow party, we were all dancing, people outside smoking, playing beer pong, how it should be. I hang out with everyone, we drink, talk and dance, it was just how I imagined it to be. And at about 4 in the morning people started to leave, some with Ubers, some called their friends or someone else to take them home, and just my closest friends were at my place still hanging out. I told them they could crash here, since they're basically my best buddies. So we stay up playing poker, Duroc, later on we turn on Concole and play some UFC 4. So it gets to the point where everyone wants to sleep. It was around 6 in the morning, so 2 of my friends goes to take a nap. Now there were 3 of us still awake planning to get some rest too soon. And one of my buddies just goes, "Oh, what about your driving exam?" And I go, "What about it?" And he says, "Did you register to take it yet?" And just at that moment it pops to my head, fuck, I registered to take the driving exam one day right after my birthday in the morning. So I checked the dates and unfortunately I did register to take it at 9 in the fucking morning, right after my birthday. And I think to myself, man, you've got to take a decision. Will you drive drunk like a madman, or will you make a smart move and just cancel it, wait for like another 2 weeks before registering to retake it and go like a normal person? Guess which option did my smartass choose? Yep, you've guessed it, I was going all in or nothing. I chose to take my driving exam drunk at 9 in the morning. Now, this exam was still 3 hours away, so I had some time to drink water and maybe sober up a little. But man, let me tell you, I was beyond fucked up. From the night previous people were smoking outside, and one shouted, "Hey, birthday boy, you wanna get some good stuff?" And I thought, hey, it's my birthday, fuck it, let's do it. So I ended up smoking half of this joint, and man, no more than 30 minutes later, I was out from this dimension. So yeah, I drank all night, I smoked half of a big-ass joint, and I was hoping to pass my driving exam in the morning. So it gets to be about 8 in the morning, it was a Sunday, so not many people were going places, which made it somewhat easier for me. So I get to the place, I go take my ticket, talk with the assistant, which gives me the dirtiest look I've ever gotten. I understand her for that, I must have looked like I haven't slept for days, I was still fucked up. So I end talking with her, she tells me to wait for the examinator to come and we'll just both go to the car and start the exam. So this old guy comes out, and goes, "Are you the story fellow?" And I replied with, "Yep, that's me." So, we head to the car, and as soon as we both enter it he looks at me with just confusion in his eyes but doesn't say a word. And I go, "Let's start." He goes, "Okay," and we begin driving. Now, to explain how I felt the whole ride, I was feeling like I was about to vomit, but I had to hold everything in and just continue, while the whole world just spun around. To say the least, I was not feeling so good. I somehow managed to maneuver the car just fine throughout the whole exam, only at one point I swerved to the side but quickly stabilized the car and drove just as before. The examinator just asked, "What was that?" I just replied with a genius excuse, "There were glass on the road so I drove around it." The whole car was starting to smell like alcohol, so in the middle of the ride I just opened the window. The whole exam he looked at me very suspiciously but haven't said a word about the smell or uncoordinated maneuvers that I've made on the way. Southwest we drive back to where we started, I parked the car, shut the engine off, and I thought that he would accuse me of being drunk, but he just told me that I made some minor mistakes and passed the exam. And in my head, to myself I just thought, man, shut the fuck up, how did I manage to pull this off? So he mentions the mistakes, mentions that I have passed the exam, and shuts down the little camera that was still recording. And just goes, "I know that you're still drunk." My heart skipped a beat, I just asked, "What?" He goes, "Don't worry, I know you're drunk, but you drove good, I'm not a cop, I can't arrest you, I'm just here to examine you, not to be your breathalyzer." To which I just burst out laughing. Now for those who doesn't know what breathalyzer is, it's just a little device that shows if you're drunk basically. So yeah, he lets me go, I go and take the photo for my driving license, order it and just go back to my house, crash into the bed and sleep the whole day off. As I woke up, everybody was out my house already, and I genuinely thought that I was dreaming about all this stuff. But I take my phone out and I see a message of driver's license making confirmation and I just think to myself, man, your luck is someday gonna run out, you're the most lucky and dumb person I know. Ironic, considering I was just talking in my head with myself, literally. So yeah, that's how I got my driver's license and have it till this day to remember this story. The moral of the story is, don't drive drunk and especially don't take your driving exam while drunk. I was high too, but let's say this is a lesson about the alcohol only. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, found it educational in some way, hope you won't try this method of exam taking, I believe it's patched. Leave a like and follow me for more stories to come. Stay lit.